Good afternoon and welcome to the Marketplace. Coming up this afternoon, the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana calls for peace to save businesses ahead of the polls tomorrow.
Urge every Ghanaian to honor the peace pact signed by our 12 presidential candidates a few days ago and to commit to upholding the peace, unity, and democratic maturity that make our nation a shining example on the continent of Africa.
Also, some printing firms in the country miss out on political season boom as more political parties and presidential candidates turn to China for business and supplies.
Those who are supposed to give us a job, make the jobs available to us, are not doing it. It ends up in the hands of the Chinese and Lebanese. It's very appalling.
Also coming up, traders in Kumasi cashing in ahead of the December general elections and Christmas festivities.
We are 20, we are 15. Get to a panasa, 10 cities.
There's a more update coming up. My name is Winston Taki, and now to our first business story. The president of the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, Dr. Daniel Kesati, is urging every Ghanaian to honor the peace pact signed by the 12 presidential candidates a few days ago and to commit to upholding peace, unity, and democratic maturity to save businesses. He was speaking at the 33rd presidential ball in Accra.
The potential of AI extends beyond mere technological advancement, as it offers us the opportunity to create a more connected, informed, and empowered society. As we harness the power of AI, it is also crucial to remain vigilant about the ethical implications of its use. AI must be embraced and used in a manner that respects privacy, promotes transparency, and upholds the highest standard of integrity. As marketers, we have a responsibility to ensure that the deployment of AI is guided by ethical considerations and that it serves to enhance rather than undermine the trust that customers place in us. By adhering to these principles, we can harness the transformative power of AI while safeguarding the values that underpin our profession. Ladies and gentlemen, as we delve into the potential of AI, it is essential to acknowledge that we are at the cusp of a critical period of our nation's journey. This year is particularly significant as it is an election year in Ghana. Elections are a cornerstone of democracy, and our collective conduct before, during, and after the polls will determine not only the outcome, but also the legacy we leave for future generations as a nation. I urge every Ghanaian to honor the peace pact signed by our 12 presidential candidates a few days ago and to commit to upholding the peace, unity, and democratic maturity that make our nation a shining example on the continent of Africa. If not for anything at all, we should always remember that going to the polls to elect our leaders is something we have proudly done 8 times in a row in a little over 3 decades. Let us therefore approach the elections with respect, tolerance, and civility, ensuring that Ghana remains a beacon of hope and stability. Together, we can prove that our democracy is not just about voting, but about building bridges of understanding and fostering a culture of mutual respect.
The scores of printing press workers say business has been challenging for them this season. They attribute this to foreign contractors for allegedly taking over the market. Joy Business Rosila Kellis Tego and Helen Nakai Aye visited some printing press in Accra, Newtown, and filed this report.
Despite Ghana's bustling election and Christmas season, many printing press workers are reporting an unexpected slowdown in business. Unlike previous years, when orders for campaign posters, banners, and t-shirts said this year's election period has failed to generate significant demand from political parties. Karim Seidu Ohene, the public relations officer for the Printers Association in Accra, Newtown, expressed frustration, revealing that the anticipated orders have been outsourced to Chinese contractors.
Those who are supposed to give us the job, make the jobs available to us, are not doing it. It ends up in the hands of the Chinese, the Lebanese. It's very appalling. Even if you go in for the jobs, only the private sector that we usually get our jobs now. And you know how the private sector also is, the other side. They are also bleeding. So to say scanner endorse. And the paper too, the paper industry too, they are taking advantage of us. Dollar today, tomorrow, dollar.
According to Gideon Oklu, manager of Superprint, most campaign materials seem to be sourced from foreign markets, leaving local printers out of business.
Very bad, very bad. In those days, if Christmas is coming, we used to print calendars for the big institutions, for instance, the ministries. But this time, we don't get all those things to do, apart from churches. Only the churches, which are the private things, we get their calendars to print. We learned they have bought their own machines. That's what I've not seen it, but that's what we learned. And some have been given to the Chinese. So that's why. So it's affecting us very much. Now we cannot even pay our workers. And when we go to the Chinese firms, we see that they are doing the jobs. For instance, this year being election year, we should have been printing T-shirts. But we don't even have one T-shirt to print.
Nanaya Kwapong, CEO of Oja Media, also vented his frustration over the slow nature of business.
It's quite slow because with the election has made things a little bit some ways because it looks like the focus is on the election. So we are not seeing the Christmas stuff now. And maybe after election, we'll see what we have to do for the Christmas in terms of the souvenirs and other hampers we are doing for the Christmas. But for now, everything is focused on the election stuff. Yeah.
As printers struggle through this downturn, many wonder if local printing presses will ever regain their pivotal role in the vibrant election economy.
From Accra, let's go to Kumasi. From toy gun craze halted by the police, now to honking vuvuzelas and inflating balloons on the street. The euphoria of the Christmas festivities is fast catching up in the Ashanti region's capital, Kumasi. Young people who are caught up in what they describe as a fun activity say it is a stress reliever from the country's economic hardships with its mental health implications, while others eagerly anticipate massive jubilation after the elections. Traders are already cashing in on the new craze as sales of toys boom ahead of the Yuletide. Emmanuel Bright Kweku gauged the mood in the central business district and the impact of the elections on trading and now report.
It's almost sunset at the central business district of Kumasi, where traders readying themselves to end the day's trading activities. But an unusual sight in the market is the recent unannounced and indiscriminate honking of vuvuzelas at the market. Its source, the Pizet Lane at the business district. Under these packs of umbrella shirts are young, vibrant men engaged in the sale and swapping of mobile phones. It all began with a toy gun craze. But the boys were cautioned against the security threats as at least 26 persons were rounded up by the police. They've however found a new fun activity to excite themselves and distress after the hard day's work.
We like to enjoy ourselves. Sometimes the market is bad, so this is what we do to distress. This is also helping people realize the election is just a game. People think the boys here aren't serious, but after the day's work, this is what we do to entertain ourselves.
The new craze is a ripe market for its vendors, even ahead of their usual peak of sales during the Xmas season.
We can say 25, we 20, we 15. In Ketua Panasa, 10 cities.
Joyce sells some of the now most sought-after toys at the Odu market. She's making huge profits from what she says was initially a slow market. When you go to the PZ lane, you'd realize a lot of vendors are switching to the toys. We've really bought a lot of these toys to sell. The market is also booming. Some street hawkers are diversifying their usual trade to include the toys to their items they sell. Children are compelling their parents to gift them the toys even before their Christmas presents. Here, when a particular political party wins the elections, market is really good. But when it goes south, market becomes dull. With an election fast approaching, the new tide is setting in early for some revelers in Kumasi.
Come to Kumasi, the Ashanti region is tight. We will celebrate the Christmas regardless of the outcome of the elections.
With some few days to the Christmas festivities and a general election in the offing, for the youth here, December in Kumasi will definitely be a riveting experience. While the traders here also cashing. From here at PZ in Edum, Kumasi, my name is Emmanuel Bransquick.
This year, indeed, Xmas is in Kumasi. Now, moving on, the Minerals Income and Investment Fund is worried over delay in securing parliamentary approval for the lithium mining agreement before the end of the year. According to Chief Executive of MIIF, Edward Nana Yao-Kranton, the situation is making the country lose some values on the newly found mineral. He spoke to Joy Business after a media engagement to announce the beginning of Women in Mining Scholarship scheme in Accra.
The lithium agreement, which was signed by government last year, will require parliamentary approval before full commencement of work on the Awoya lithium mines in the central region begins. This has delayed due to many factors, including the recent standoff in Parliament. As the third largest shareholder of Atlantic Lithium, MIF is expected to invest in the local mine after ratification. Speaking to Joy Business, Chief Executive for MIF, Nana Yao-Kranton, describes the situation as worrying.
It is extremely essential that this is ratified for production to start. We've seen lithium prices drop worldwide. If we had started maybe a year or some months ago, we would be perhaps slightly ahead of the curve because of the nature of the mineral that we have here. But all is not lost. I believe in the Ghanaian Parliament to work this out. This is to the benefit of Ghana. Even though Atlantic Lithium has not started production yet, it is actually the largest taxpayer in the central region. It's employed over 1,500 people so far.
He has also been speaking about the need for the scholarship scheme to support female students.
It being women is because there's very little diversity when it comes to the C-suite section aspect of the mining sector. I think we have just about 8% worldwide, and Ghana is not excluded. We also have what you call, or what I call, perceptual bias when it comes to STEM-related courses or engineering courses in Ghana, where it is biased towards men, and women are sometimes, most oftentimes, discouraged from taking these courses. But we have research that fully shows or clearly shows that the more women you have and the more diverse these areas are, the more innovation that you see in the sector.
The scholarship scheme is specifically meant for needy undergraduate and postgraduate female students pursuing in mining engineering at the University of Mines and Technology, Ghana.
Now we have more business update for you just after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the marketplace. Now to more business update. In a significant move to empower youth entrepreneurs in Ghana, Development Bank Ghana has partnered with the Amenfi Farm Rural Bank PLC as the first rural bank in its network of participating financial institutions. This partnership is projected to disburse 72 million Ghana cedis in the next 3 years through Amenfi Rural Bank, with 18 million already successfully disbursed. Deputy CEO of the Development Bank Ghana, Michael Mensah, tells Joy Business the partnership underscores DBG's commitment to bridging the financial gap for youth entrepreneurs in undeserved communities.
As Ghana's wholesale financial institution dedicated to economic development, DBG has partnered with Amenfi Rural Bank into its partner financial institution network. DBG aims to expand its footprint in Ghana's rural community, ensuring that youth entrepreneurs have access to financing required for sustainable growth. Speaking to Joy Business, Deputy Chief Executive Officer of Development Bank Ghana, Michael Mensah, said, in addition to the 72 million cedis to be disbursed in the next 3 years, DBG will also provide technical assistance to the bank, especially in environmental, social, and governance.
One of the things we pride ourselves as DBG is that we know that in terms of being able to be successful when it comes to making an impact, it's not only funding, but actually having a good understanding of what it takes to manage the funds and manage it effectively. So to date, we've provided Amenfi with capacity building for their management and staff in terms of credit risk management. And in addition to that as well, we are supporting them to set up an ESG, environmental and social governance unit. So those are the capacity building we are providing for them.
Having demonstrated consistent leadership in rural banking, Amenfi Rural Bank will now have access to medium to long-term financing options, empowering it to better serve the growth and expansion needs of its clients. Dr. Alexander Asma is the CEO of Amenfi Rural Bank.
And the opportunity it gives us is that with DBG partnership, we can now focus on long-term loans to customers. So we have customers that we have worked with them for a long time. They have developed projects which are viable and working very well. They require long-term funding, like 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, to be able to grow that project. But because of the nature of our setup and the nature of the source of funds that we have, we are only able to give them very short loans, like up to 24 months, thereabout. And so this is a new opportunity for us to be able to support projects that will be much more impactful and that will also give the customers a bit more longer time to pay.
The collaboration with Amenfi aligns with DBG's core focus on empowering local businesses, facilitating job creation, and promoting economic resilience. For Joy Business, Pius Kojobaka.
We go back to our earlier story. GCB Capital has introduced an innovative investment asset to foster wealth creation called the Golden Eagle Unit Trust. According to the managing director of GCB Capital, Kofi Awuku, investors can now join the scheme with a minimum of 100 Ghana cedis in pursuit of their long and medium-term financial goals. He spoke to Joy Business at the launch.
GCB Capital's Golden Eagle Unit Trust is an open-ended unit trust that invests primarily in a diversified portfolio of fixed income securities. Investors will have the opportunity to make redemption requests after 30 days and will be able to access their funds 3 to 5 days after they make their redemption requests. In an interview, Managing Director of GCB Capital, Kofi Awuku, said the unit trust is a collective investment scheme aimed at reaching a wide range of investors in the country.
We do have solutions, but more for the high net worth clients. And so we have solutions with a minimum investment amount of 100,000 cedis. Now that, as you will readily admit, doesn't work for a good majority of the investing public. And so the importance of this product, which is a mass market or retail investment vehicle, a collective investment scheme, as we call it technically, which allows everybody with a minimum of 100 Ghana cedis to join, as against our existing solutions, which require a minimum of 100,000 Ghana cedis. We are looking to bring this solution more readily to the doorsteps of Ghanaians across the length and breadth of the nation. And this is because we will also be riding on the back of the nationwide footprint of our parent company, GCB Bank.
Deputy Director General Legal of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Deborah Ejimfra, said the Commission will continuously create an enabling environment for products such as the Golden Eagle Unit Trust to deliver sustainable returns to investors.
As a regulator, we have the dual role of ensuring investor protection and also making sure that the market develops. So this product today is a key sign of the merger of the two. We have provided guidelines to make sure that our investors are protected in this space. And this product is also innovative. So it has also brought out the market development side of our role. And seeing these two come together, indeed, it's a very, very good moment for us.
GCB Capital also pledged to ensure that invested funds are safe, secure, and will provide predicted returns to investors.
That's all for business here on the marketplace. Now, for more updates, you visit my job online on the first page. You will see Ghana recorded trade surplus of 3.9 billion in the third quarter of 2024. Also, you see 99.2% of gold exported to 4 countries. The UAE is top destination, according to the latest report from the Ghana Statistical Service. My name is Winston Taki. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and also expect more updates going up to the election at 5 p.m. going on. Have a good business day. Bye-bye.